You got a smile so bright. You know you could have been a candle. I'm holding you so tight. You know you could have been a handle. The way you swept me off my feet. You know you could have been a broom. The way you smell so sweet. You know you could have been some perfume. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, and I can tell the way you do the things you do. The way you do the things you do. The way you do the things you do. As pretty as you are, you know you could have been a flower.
Feldman, and tonight's going to be a really fun night. If you've ever had an idea to start a business, switch gears, and change careers, or get back into the workplace, then hopefully tonight will be the night that gets you on the road to reinvention. Our session tonight features moms who have reinvented their lives while raising a family, and they're here to share how they transformed their lives and offer you advice on how to transform your dream into a business. At Roll Mommy, our mission is a simple one. Helping your children realize their hopes and dreams doesn't mean you have to give up on your own. And we've assembled a panel who are proof positive that you can balance your family and pursue your passion as long as you're organized. And that brings me to my first guest, Nina Restieri. Nina is a mom of 4 who had a vision to make the lives of busy moms easier with the creation of the Mom Agenda. Nina is here tonight to tell you how she turned her vision into success beyond her wildest dreams. Next are authors Annabel, Monaghan, and Elisabeth Wolfe. Their book, Click, The Girl's Guide to Knowing What You Want and Making It Happen, is being dubbed The Secret for young girls. Pursuing your passion begins in childhood, and Elisabeth and Annabel will share how they managed to land a publishing deal, which is not an easy feat, I can tell you that, and are now helping girls and moms pursue their dreams. Finally, career coach Elena, Kaspi, and I met like most moms do, outside our kids' preschool classroom several years ago. When I first met Elena, she was a busy attorney who was just about to jump off the corporate fast track and reinvent her life. And that's exactly what she did. Less than 5 years later, Elena is now the president of Lawscope Coaching, a company that coaches lawyers on how to transition in and out of their profession. She also provides consultation to parents contemplating getting back into the workforce or embarking on an entirely new career. So without further ado, let's have our panelists share their personal stories of reinvention. Nina.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I hope I'm projecting enough. Well, where shall I begin? I guess with corporate America, which is where I started my career. I started in advertising after college, and had a great career in advertising. I loved it. I went into direct marketing after that, and really spent my entire pre-motherhood career in the advertising and direct marketing world, and felt great about it. Felt really good and fulfilled, and always thought I was going to be a working mom after I had children. I had my first child, went back to work, had my second child, and while I was in the hospital, actually delivering her, had this epiphany that I was going to be an at-home mom. Like, this was my future. And I did that. And 2 more children later, I was like, oh my God. I love my 4 children. They're wonderful. When the baby was 1 year old, I had the idea for Mom Agenda, and it was because I had 4 children. I was completely disorganized. I was a mess. I was missing appointments. I was missing play dates, or I was double booking play dates. I mean, I was missing birthday parties. I was a mess. And I created this system for myself where there was a calendar for me and space for each of my children, separate space. And it allowed my compartmentalized brain to visualize what was going on in my day. And I thought, brides have a wedding planner to plan one day in their lives. And I'm a mother, and I do this every day, and there's nothing. There's nothing for me. So I thought, aha, this could be a business. And I actually spent 9 months, coincidentally, researching and birthing my 5th baby, which is Mom Agenda, and we launched in spring of 2005. And now we are in 1,500 stores. We have a website that's taken off. We have staff that's amazing, and it's a real business. And I thought it was going to be a hobby that I did from my dining room table, and that lasted about 6 months. So that's it.
Annabel and Elisabeth, they have 2 different stories. One of them was left the corporate world and became a stay-at-home mom, and the other has transitioned. Every time she had another idea of what she wanted to do, she changed. So we can hear both of their stories. Annabel first.
So in college, I was an English major and did a lot of creative writing, and that was college was a time to pursue what I really wanted to do, and I always really wanted to write. That was all I ever wanted to do. And I was getting to the end of college and realized that I really, at that time, wanted to move to New York City and make money and live in a nice place. So I went to work in investment banking, and I did that for 2 years. And I got sucked in. I went and got an MBA, and I got sucked in again, and I went and worked in investment banking after that. And finally, when I got pregnant with my first child, I realized that what I really wanted to do was do something and have a baby, and that I pigeonholed myself into having a career where it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I couldn't fly to Asia for 10 days and have a baby at home. So I quit my job when I was 3 months pregnant and became a stay-at-home mother, which launched possibly the most difficult time of my entire life. I sat there and I watched myself get fat. I watched a lot of Columbo on TV, which you can actually find on TV at any time of day. And I had a baby, and I had this one baby who slept 17 hours a day. And I'm going to go out of my mind. And I couldn't unstick myself from the situation. I was just like, I felt so trapped. And I had another baby, which seemed to be a little more work. Like, I liked that. I was a little more tired. And I started to feel a little bit more like my old self again. And then with my 2 babies, I moved to the suburbs, which is where I met Elisabeth, which was fantastic. We met at our children's preschool and sort of started connecting about a lot of things that were not preschool topics. It was not potty training. It was not which teachers we liked and didn't like. It was sort of more things like, why do people who complain all the time always find themselves with more stuff to complain about? Why is it that when you're feeling good, great things happen, and you're feeling terrible, bad things happen? So I had another baby during this time, and Elisabeth and I decided to write a book. So that's why we're Elisabeth.
Well, I've